Let's be real, missing shots during gunfights is frustrating. You line it up, take the shot, and somehow you still miss. But don't worry, because today I'm gonna help you fix your aim so you'll start hitting more of your shots. First on the list is manual scoping. In BloodStrike, you have two main ways to aim and shoot: the Fire ADS button and a separate button for firing in ADS. Fire ADS is a single button that combines both ADS and fire button, which means that you can scope and shoot at the same time using only one button, while the other one has separate and dedicated buttons for firing and when you ADS. Fire ADS can be useful and convenient, especially for beginners, but it actually has more downsides than the benefits that it can offer. Since ADS and firing happen at the same time, you lose the ability to pre-aim. When you surprise an enemy, you usually want to have your sights already lined up before firing. Pressing Fire ADS might fire a shot too soon, alerting enemies before you actually have a good angle. Since the button fires immediately when aiming, your first shots might miss if your crosshair isn't aligned on your enemy. With a separate ADS and fire button, you can correct your aim before shooting. This actually gives you more control in timing your shots and to become more efficient in tracking enemies as you shoot. With Fire ADS, you are forced to aim down sights even in close range fights, which can slow your reaction time and movement. If firing is ideal for close range fights, you can strafe, jump, or slide without being locked into ADS, making you harder to hit. Setting the ADS to hold can be a game changer. Since ADS is only active while holding the button, you can quickly switch between aiming and hip firing without needing an extra button to press. This is very useful in close range fights. If you prefer an aggressive approach, setting the ADS to hold will complement your playstyle as it will boost your reaction time. One of the simplest methods to improve your aim is to use aim assist. Aim assist helps keep your crosshair in enemies, making it easier to track moving targets. Without aim assist, you might over-aim or under-aim, resulting to missed shots. In BloodStrike, there are two options for the aim assist: beginner and advanced. If you're still new to FPS games, choose beginner, but I highly recommend that you switch to advanced since the beginner option is not allowed once you climb the ranks. While aim assist has advantages, it also has downsides. Aim assist can sometimes drag your crosshair in the wrong direction, especially if multiple enemies are nearby. This is especially true if you're using the beginner option. I'm using the advanced aim assist for extra support and stability while maintaining full control over my aim. If you're already skilled at aiming, you might find aim assist unnecessary and a bit restrictive. Another important factor that can affect your aim is your FOV. FOV stands for field of view. A higher FOV allows you to see more of your surroundings, but it makes your enemies look smaller. A higher FOV expands your peripheral vision, helping you spot enemies before they see you. This is great for aggressive playstyles where quick reactions matter. A lower FOV makes enemies appear larger on your screen, making it easier to land precise shots. I notice a lot of players saying that you'll move much faster if you have a high FOV. This is actually just an optical illusion. A higher FOV widens your view so objects and the environment appear to move faster, even though your actual speed stays the same. Before deciding your FOV, you need to consider the device you are using. If you are using mobile phones, having a higher FOV might put you at a disadvantage. You have better awareness in your surroundings because of the wider view, but your enemies will look smaller, especially in longer distances. Devices with a bigger screen like a tablet or an iPad will greatly benefit with a higher or max FOV. Since they have a larger display, you can take full advantage of the wider FOV without everything becoming too small. In short, maxing FOV on devices with a bigger screen gives you better visibility, faster reactions, and an overall smoother experience without the downsides that comes with smaller screens. If you're using mobile phones but still want to have a balanced view of your enemies and surroundings, I suggest you try values between 90 to 110. Next are the FOV options. The independent option enables you to have a zoom-in view when you ADS. The associated one is the opposite of independent. Here's a quick comparison. Just like in deciding your ideal FOV value, your device and eyesight will matter in deciding which of these options should you choose. If you're using smaller screen devices, I highly recommend the independent FOV. With this option, you will have a clearer view of your enemies when you ADS, especially in longer distances. In my case, I'm using the associated option because I'm using a device with a larger screen. Even if my enemies look smaller, I can still see them well because of the larger screen. With the associated option, my aim has become more smooth and stable. With a wider view, gun recoil appears less exaggerated, making it easier to control your aim. I can also easily track moving enemies because of the wider view. The wider view effect of the associated FOV will only affect 3x scopes and below. Aside from the FOV, your sensitivity is one of the most important factors in improving your aim because it directly affects how smoothly and accurately you can track and hit targets. If you want to find your own sensitivity, I have uploaded a video on my channel. I also explain in another video all about the different sensitivity modes, so be sure to check it out. Another method to improve your aim and recoil control is tap firing. The first few bullets are usually the most accurate. By tapping instead of spraying, you take advantage of this, making it easier to land your shots with precise accuracy. When you hold down the fire button, most weapons will have an increasing recoil, making it harder to stay accurate. Firing in short burst intervals will make your aim more steady with minimal recoil. Strafing is one of the effective ways that I use to improve my aim, either when I ADS or hip fire. Strafing while keeping your crosshair on your target helps improve your tracking skills, making it easier to follow moving enemies. Also, moving side to side makes you a less predictable target, making it harder for enemies to land shots on you. If it feels like you're not improving, always remember to keep things simple. I highly recommend to focus on improving your aim first over movement, because no matter how well you move during gunfights, if you can land your shots, you won't secure any kills. Of course, improving your aim isn't something that happens overnight. It takes time, consistency, and patience. Did you find any of these tips helpful? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.